Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we actually have quite a bit of gaming news to get to go and talk about over here, so hopefully you guys will sit back, relax, and enjoy my random yapping going on. I do also want to give a quick little thank you too as well for anyone who's been watching the channel recently. I kind of feel like I have like a somewhat brand new appreciation on everyone who has been so loyal and watching all my random content, whether sometimes my videos are good or bad or whatever it might go and be with any critiques you guys can probably have, which I completely understand. But I just want to give you guys a big shout out for that one because I keep on saying how I want to improve the channel, improve the content a little bit more as well. And like we've been working on these past few weeks especially, and like I'm kind of excited. I'm not trying to hype you guys up. It's nothing really that big or just a little better editing and stuff a little bit, but like I don't know, I'm kind of very excited. So I just appreciate everyone that we've had a chance to join the community so far, to build up what we're doing. Like I'm a little bit of a nervous guy talking on camera still throughout these years, but like I just appreciate you guys a lot, so thank you guys. But on today's video, we have a very intriguing topic going on in the gaming sphere when it comes to, well, some bigger things. Number one is the fact that we had the Xbox showcase, and overall, like people were actually somewhat on the negative side of it. I kind of let that kind of sit for like a day, like it technically happened yesterday, but I figured we could talk about this plus with a bigger gaming topic, where it was also the $80 game again, where people are just not very happy about the fact they have to go and spend $80 on a video game, myself included. And well, that was kind of a big also kind of outrage, I guess, in the world, where it was a, well, brand new game from Xbox is going to cost that much money, and a few little various things. So subscribe if you guys are new to the Switch 2 giveaway down below as well. We have the Twitter, Twitch, and all that second YouTube channel, whatever stuff. We're going to get that active too as well, so subscribe on up. And sorry for longer intro, let's go and dive on into some of the bigger news. So the big news over here, as I mentioned, Outer Worlds 2, $80. It's not a vibe. So the whole big picture of all of this was obviously, same with the PlayStation. There's a lot of also PlayStation games or Xbox games that will be playable on PlayStation. So it's kind of like, what was the whole point of this Xbox showcase? But we also have to remember that they are trying to transition more towards like a publisher, like more of the streaming service. And this is pretty much, I think, exactly how you do it, or at least how the big head honchos have probably at least schemed it on up. Make it so it's cheaper on Game Pass to play all these same games. So even if they get money on PlayStation, then they go and get a cut of that. So they're winning, even on DLCs and microtransactions. They're taking a cut of that too. I think like Call of Duty, they own Call of Duty. Anyone who's buying it on PlayStation, they're getting a cut. Any microtransaction, they're getting a cut. Now PlayStation still is getting a little bit of that, but this is also making them not have to worry about like making consoles or any of this stuff. Like I'd love to do a proper deep dive on this in a separate video, but either way, like that's just my opinion. Like it's smart, most people probably see it, and you want to get more Game Pass members. There's also even a leak, just in case I can't cover it in a separate video, that's around 35 million subscribers for Game Pass as of right this second, and it's been meant to project a little bit higher, so people are a little bit on the sketchy side as well, but it does seem like it's profitable. People have confirmed it's profitable, so it's still doing good. So that once again might bring even more leverage. Like they're like, well, this is our next Hail Mary, let's just see if we get a lot of PlayStation users. Maybe they transition to PC, and at that same point then we get Game Pass going on them in the next 5 years or so. Like they could make it cook, you know, maybe have one more console cycle and hope just a lot more people go to PC by then. That's a possibility. It makes sense. But either way, though, that's like the big picture of it. Outer Worlds 2, is it worth $80? Probably not. Let's just not beat around the bush over here. $80 for this game. Oh, I mean, it's a good game. I don't want to say anything bad about it. I've seen so many good reviews and so many good comments. I haven't played it myself, but I've been tempted even, so it's probably a pretty good game. But $80, I just don't think they've earned it. Like the game could be great, don't get me wrong, and it could be phenomenal. It could even be worth $80, but I even feel like the most established IPs like Nintendo, Mario, like that's hard for even $80, and that's Mario. Or GTA, $80. Okay, fine, but it's GTA. We know they've been cooking. This game I have faith in. I hope it doesn't go bad, and you can't just get it on Game Pass too as well, as the whole point of me talking about that. But yeah, this is a $80 game, and I think it's a lot of money. Like, yeah, and even people are even calling out being like, well, we'll just have to wait for them to get everyone on the monopoly to think it's a good deal and raise the prices even more, and at that point I'm probably out. But it's very true too as well. But like, I'm okay with Game Pass. Personally, I'm cool with it, although there is a lot of games such as this one, like an RPG, that would actually benefit a lot more on like a Steam download, because you have a chance to get mods, because you have the files, and it's kind of like, you know, how like all the Fallout games and Skyrim games always got popular from a lot of mods as well, modders. This would probably help. So I almost feel like this, in this specific $80 like rage point, it's just not a good one. Like it just doesn't fit the game. It should be a little bit cheaper. It's still an unproven IP, and the first one was really good, yeah, but at the same time also getting modders that kind of builds the thing. Like this is where sometimes I see stuff like this and I just think that, well, people are not really that smart that work at Xbox. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, because like you need to know the market, and if you're trying to get rid of, like, you know, say Xbox as a console, you have to understand that sometimes some games will not be these absolute crazy games that you can spend $80 on just to have a chance to get your publishing costs back. It just doesn't work like that, and obviously people just don't really like that too as well. Like people are not cool with it too. Like people, I don't know, like I don't know, like a lot of people are just saying it's too much. And yeah, even this one, I played the first one on Game Pass, and this franchise is not an $80 value, which I would agree on. Because that kind of leads in this next topic over here, where this fun little showcase over here. So I'm going to yoink this over here. Thank you. But basically, I had a little chance to showcase on which games will be available. I'm going to make myself smaller for this one, or I'll just go off here for a second if you guys actually want to click or pause. These are all the games with a little, like, so you can, it's kind of hard to see, don't get me wrong, like Outer Worlds 2, the new Call of Duty, you know, some of the other various ones out here. Grounded's not going to be apparently on PlayStation, which is surprising because the first one came out for that one. Maybe that'll be like a timed exclusive, but you guys can kind of see like a lot of these games are mostly going to be on the PlayStation and 2 as well. Like you see Persona 4, but there's no exclusivities on this. Some of these might end up on Game Pass from big deals or whatever, but yeah, as you guys can see, almost every single game from the Xbox conference is playable on PlayStation, which kind of leads in back to like that big picture mode we were talking about, where like, you know, they want to put these games on PlayStation, want to put on the Switch, put on the Steam, and like that's how they're going to make their money, because they're either going to get full price for it, which kind of, you know, subsidies out the cost a little bit of the Game Pass way cheaper deal. You know, the one person like maybe like a me who would do 1 month and then after that be good to go. Like, yeah, that happens. I do that sometimes. Sometimes there's a few months and I'll keep it cooking. Like it just depends on the vibe. So that is a big deal. They can make money there. And they probably will. So that's why all these games are going on PlayStation. And then if they just want to have a cheaper deal, you either get a PC or Xbox, do it on Game Pass, and you can go and save money over time. Now, the big issue is always, has Xbox had good enough games to justify the exclusivity? Not really so far, and that's probably why at this point, they got some cool games like Halos or whatever, but that last one kind of flopped, so I'm sure that actually unironically probably changed the direction of Xbox as a whole forever too as well, from just multiple bad Xbox games, you know, just not doing the best. I mean, it was a good vibe. I even saw some cool updates with it. They're trying, but I think you guys know what I mean, like in the big picture of it all. So yeah, it just seems like they're gonna be making a lot more money on the PlayStation sales, probably getting more people on Game Pass from this whole huge ecosystem moving on over. And I think this is kind of a cool idea at the end of the day, and I think a lot of people are seeing the logic. You can also save some money on the Game Pass deal over time too. Like I generally, this wouldn't probably never happen, but I would love to have Game Pass on PlayStation. That'd be the best thing in my entire life, and I'm sure everyone on the planet would love it. I don't think that PlayStation wants that though, so that does make a lot of sense. But I would love to have that on the consoles. I think that would just be really good overall vibe with it. But I'm with this. I just think $80 is too much still. It's a hard adjustment. I don't mind ranting about it, talking about it, because it does suck a lot. I'm not the biggest fan, gotta be honest with y'all. And it's for Game Pass, yes, but once again, I do think the game would be better for the Steam users, because then they can mod it and can grow out the community, look at like how they kind of built in the first place with all the old school games like Skyrim, as I mentioned. I don't know, in my opinion, I think that's a big deal. But yeah. Also, like I just said, other people also tweeting out about this, kind of doing a little rage baiting going on, whatever. It is just a lot of money too. Now, to kind of wind down the video on this one too, we have two other size subjects where an interesting thing on PlayStation though. We just had Xbox have this big expansion mindset and like they want to go put everywhere else. Well, when it comes to this, the PlayStation might be at least trying to like setting maybe the very first step of maybe branching out of the PlayStation ecosystem. So you want to pair your DualSense controller to multiple devices now at once. This is like very maybe grasping for straws or whatever, but it is what it is. An update plan for later this year enhances pairing functionality. Stay tuned for more details. And I do think that's like a big deal right there, where they're going to have, well, brand new updates. Maybe it's more so for tying different games. I don't know. What if they somehow worked out the miracle deal with like the Nintendo and they can somehow do a Bluetooth on device? Who knows? On PC, all these other various updates. Apple, maybe they kind of are a little bit buddy-buddy when it comes to Apple as well. Like there's always these random chances. Put on a brand new, maybe at a Mac. Who knows? But you can kind of tell at least that they're maybe starting to see like, hey, maybe we do want to be working with other consoles, other people, other companies, other brands, and seeing what we can integrate on, because we're seeing this a lot with Xbox, and they're kind of doing like 17 different strategies all at once, and they're just trying to like fine tune and drop things as they're gonna go in awry, or if it goes good, they keep pushing for it. So maybe PlayStation's trying to be like, we have to somewhat expand too as well. Maybe even on mobile market, maybe other various markets. They try with VR and they kind of failed a little bit. Like the portable market, who knows? But it is kind of a big picture to note that PlayStation is at least like tinkering around a little bit. They're a little bit of that softer brand. They go for that like quality appeal. Think how Apple is again. And Xbox kind of seems like a little bit more of like the Samsung vibe, you know, the Android type style vibe, where they're a little bit on their own, like, let's be a little bit more free willy-nilly and see what's better. But at the end of the day, it still seems like Apple does have a bigger, larger market share, and that's kind of where PlayStation's at right this second. So we can kind of go and see what's going to happen in this big game of chess when it comes to video games too in the future. So I would love to hear your thoughts and comments in the video. Like I said, I can't wait to make better videos too as well. I want some scripts, editing, love, and a little bit more passion in my videos. And thank you guys so much for even watching the content. Whatever you guys do, you guys are all fantastic. Subscribe if you guys are new. Check out the second YouTube account with the Twitter and Twitch and all that other stuff down below. I appreciate y'all so much for watching here in the first place.